Hey my YouTube friends and family, welcome back to my channel, The Noble Cop. Yeah man, welcome back, the Noble Citizen on Patrol. I want to big up all of my noble citizens out there, far and wide. Thank you for supporting the channel, I really appreciate it guys. Continue to give me your support. As usual this morning, I'm going to take you through the news from the Jamaica Observer, Jamaica Gleaner, and also Loop News. I'm going to start out with the Jamaica Observer, guys, and I'm going to start out with a kind of an old story as it relates to corruption in the education ministry. Yeah, you guys might have seen the story with Ruel Reid, our education minister, who is also a senator, recently resigning because the Prime Minister had asked him to tender his resignation. As I've always said, one of our biggest problems in Jamaica, guys, is corruption. Corruption. And we need to take this thing under control. And if we're going to eliminate corruption, we have to start from the head of the stream. And we have to make it known that it won't be tolerated. So I believe that based on the circumstances, based on the investigation that is being conducted now, if it is found that this former minister, Mr. Reid, is really involved in swindling money from the education ministry, he should be held accountable like everyone else and put before the court. And if found guilty, he needs to spend time in prison for his actions. I'm sorry guys, I do not tolerate corruption in any form. And I think that as it relates to Jamaica, we need to fight corruption aggressively. So the first follow-up story this morning on the Observer, coming from that corruption story in the education ministry, says JCC expresses concern over Reid's resignation, awaits results of probe. The Chamber of Commerce has commended Prime Minister Andrew Holness on his decision to request the resignation of Ruel Reid, but expressed concern that this is the second cabinet minister to resign in a matter of months. I don't care if this is the second cabinet minister. I am just happy that the Prime Minister is actively doing something about it. Now, as Prime Minister, I am guessing that he is not able to necessarily monitor everyone's ministry at any one time. And so, if there are corrupt persons in his cabinet, it may take a while for him to actively pursue these persons and see what they are doing. But the very fact that he took a decisive action and addressed this matter says a lot about his character and the fact that he definitely is serious about fighting corruption, guys. Okay, guys, the second story from the Observer this morning is ex-cop gunned down at Cashpot outlet in Falmouth. A retired policeman was shot dead by unknown assailants at a Cashpot outlet where he was employed as a security guard in Falmouth, Trelawney, yesterday evening. The deceased has been identified as 78-year-old Albert Moat, also called Shui, of a Trelawney address. Now people, you see what I talk about with what is happening in Jamaica and these gunmen. This man served as a police officer and basically lost his life because of these gunmen. I can imagine the years of service that he has contributed. People, that's why when me in Jamaica, I'm paranoid. I'm going to tell you something. I am paranoid when I am in Jamaica. I am not take no check at all. Right? And me no left my gun. And my gun always ready. It always ready. I can tell you guys, sometimes I will stop at a stoplight and I am all over the place. Me just scan the place because you don't know when these gunmen can attack you. As seen in the news a couple days ago, we had a situation where you have daylight shootout with gunmen, right? So Jamaica is a real cowboy town, real cowboy town. And I embrace 100% for those people who want to get licensed firearms to protect themselves, their loved ones, and their properties. Alright, so the third on the Observer is Carl Samuda assigned to Education Ministry. So he's now handling the Education Ministry. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Carl Samuda, has been assigned to the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information following the resignation of Ruel Reid from the Cabinet and Senate. Right? Very interesting things going on there in Jamaica, guys. Alright, guys. I won't be looking at any more stories from the Observer. There's not really a lot of interesting stories there. I will now go to the Gleaner. Let us see what's happening on the Gleaner this morning, guys. Alright, guys, so these are the stories from the Gleaner this morning. Ruel fell even before sacking. The latest poll results. Carl Samuda assigned to Education Ministry after Ruel Reid. We saw that in the Jamaica Observer. Gas price to go down by 3 cents Thursday. Jamaica College Board to decide on Ruel Reid's future as principal. So while this man served as Education Minister and Senator, he was also serving as principal for Jamaica College. No. And guys, this is another sore point. This man, Mr. Ruel Reid, should not have been allowed to have so many positions in the public sector. Minister of Education, principal for Jamaica College, and senator. JT is shocked by Reid's resignation. I think at one point he was the president for the Jamaica's Teachers Association. Well, why not shock? No, sir, a whole heap of people in the system corrupt. And even if them never corrupt before them get there, as soon as they get into a position of authority and power, then absolute power corrupts absolutely. Now, let me just say this. I'm not going to go through any other story from the Gleaner here. There's not a whole lot this morning that's so interesting for me to bring to the forefront. But I want to highlight that the main focus this morning is that Jamaica is still plagued by corruption. And if this government is to take Jamaica forward into prosperity, it must actively fight corruption. For a little country, we are too corrupt, and that is our single biggest problem. It is not even the guns out there now, because I tell you, if we can get corruption under control, there's no doubt in my mind that we can get the guns under control. We can prevent illegal guns from coming into the country. But too many persons in power are thinking about themselves and themselves only. We need to apply the utilitarian approach to moralism. The fact is that the government needs to think about the greatest benefit for the greatest number of people in Jamaica. We need to stop being selfish. People in authority needs to stop being selfish. Remember, we're just here for a while, you know. Money don't last. Stop thinking about money and think about the welfare of the people of Jamaica and the future of Jamaica. That is what is important, guys. We don't want to crumble and fall. We want to continue to build a better Jamaica. Alright, so before I end this, I'm going to take a quick look at what is on Loop News. Loop News. What's on Loop News this morning? Let's see if Loop has anything different to talk about. Tourism Ministry to stage Information Technology Conference in April. Slight decrease in petrol prices this week. Carl Samuda assigned to temporary overseas education ministry. Another quack Jamaican dentist before the court in Bahamas. We spoke about that. JCC concerned after 2 ministers resign in 8 months. Yeah, it no look good. It no look good. PNP-YO, that's the young people arm of the People's National Party, wants Reid dropped as JC principal and a JP. So Reid is also a justice of the peace, and they're saying that, listen, you're corrupt. There's an investigation going on. You can't hold no kind of public office at all. So you need to step down. I tend to agree. And we need to send a strong message to all these persons in authority that as Jamaicans, we won't tolerate this kind of behavior. Alright guys, so that's it from me this morning for the news. I'm having a little tea with lemon this morning. No, me not use no garlic this morning. I know some of my very concerned viewers said to me, Mr. Watson, be careful of the garlic. You may be using too much garlic, so I just put a little lemon. And this is to kind of maintain, as I say, the blood pressure going forward, right? But I'm feeling really good, guys. I have school this morning. I will keep you posted throughout the day. Much love. Talk to you later. Alright guys, I'm here at school and I'm actually talking to some of my classmates. Now, they have told me a very interesting fact. Jamaicans love them weed, right? Ganja.
Yes, we do.
These guys are actually telling me that weed was brought from India to Jamaica. So Indians introduced.
Was brought from India to Jamaica, man.
Huh?
Even life.
Even life?
Yeah.
Samples of life.
No. So
The expert judgment.
So the man over there is like,
The kingpin.
we say an
The
Indian
kingpin.
introduced Jamaica to weed.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was
When?
an Indian hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know
thousands
that
years ago.
Indians came to Jamaica back in the days after slavery was abolished,
Right.
and they came into Jamaica as indentured workers. So you're saying that those persons
It was-
brought
that's
in
right,
the,
yeah.
the weed.
Yeah, but before that, India had also the relationship with Africa, and
A good relationship.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
India has a fair trade with Africa.
Yeah.
A good amount of trade.
Yeah.
A lot of people
For
went
real.
to Africa
Yeah.
to study. Yeah. Just to study.
All right. So my Jamaican peeps, wanna hear that? Indians brought weed to Jamaica. All right, so that's one of the things that I like with my class. It's very diverse. A whole heap of good people from all over the place. Like we have a little Chinaman here, but in probably
The China. Hey, mainland China.
Richard, where are you from?
Mainland
I'm
China.
from Indonesia, man.
Mainland,
Not China.
Mainland
Come on.
China.
It's
Come on.
mainland China.
Mainland
not
China. I'm Indonesia.
Mainland China. Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai. I'm Indonesia.
All right, so in Indonesia, what are you guys like? Is it Chinese, Japanese, or just
It's
you have
mixed.
your, okay.
Yeah.
So what's your
We-
background?
My background is, you can say Chinese, but
Yeah.
I born in Indonesia, so I'm Indonesian. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, but we're still part of minorities, though.
You're still a part of the minority. So
Yeah,
Indonesia.
We have
is-
Indian too there. We have what do you call it? Most of the minorities like India and Chinese mostly.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
have Japanese too.
And yeah, some Japanese too. Yeah, true.
Okay.
That's pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, man. So there you have it, people. Good old Jamaican weed. Come from India. All right. Now give me a feedback and tell me if you don't believe this. Hey guys, just finished my first class. My second class will be starting in the next hour or so. But I just came into my car here to chill and read some of your comments. And I must say that some of the comments are very hilarious. I enjoy reading your comments, guys. I probably just share a few of the comments that I really enjoy reading. I'll also address one question from someone who commented. But before I get into the question that I will be addressing, let me just read some comments. And this is in relation to vlog number 2. The first comment that I found really hilarious was from SK. And SK says, seriously, you made 1 cup of cornmeal porridge? No, I did not make 1 cup of cornmeal porridge. I had 1 cup. But I guess I said I made 1 cup because I had the 1 cup in my hand. But very good question though, you know. I actually got about 3 or 4 cups out of it. So I hope that addressed the question there. So SK, thanks for that comment. I found it really funny. Junior Lewis says, made some cornmeal yesterday morning too. Still maintaining my culture even in foreign. I appreciate you bringing us credible news from yard. I support you, sir. Thank you very much, Junior. And it's nice to know that you still maintain your culture. You have some people, them go foreign and them forget where them come from. So that is good. Alright, so the next comment from Brandon Denver said, finally, Jamaican news on YouTube from a mature person. I appreciate your honest perspective on these matters. Keep it up. Yeah, man, Brandon Denver, big up yourself. Thank you for that comment. Yeah, and Jay Chrissy added, morning, Kevin. Just in time, just make my tea and getting ready to start the day. Well, my dad makes it for us as a treat. My mom makes oats. Don't like. Big up yourself, Jay Chrissy. Thank you for your continued support. The next comment is from Faith PC. Good morning. I still make cornmeal porridge. So does that mean you cook? Yes, so sad for this gentleman that they killed. Another scammer pretending to be a dentist. My goodness. Scamming themselves right into prison. That is where they belong. Have a good day. Thank you very much, Faith PC, for your comment. And yes, I can cook. I do a little cooking. I'm not a chef, but I can help myself. So the last comment that I will be reading is from Andrea. And Andrea said, good morning, Mr. Watson. I'm in UK and I make oats porridge, cornmeal porridge, banana, and plantain porridge. You know something, Andrea? Me love all of them porridge there. Yeah, man. Cornmeal, banana, wow, banana porridge, man, and plantain porridge. All of them porridge are nice. Alright, so as it relates to the question that I'll be addressing, the question that I'll be addressing is from Robert Tyson. So Robert says, Mr. Watson, I'm a Jamaican living in the UK, but come back home every year. I'm in Jamaica right now writing this message to you. I'm here for 3-week holiday. The problem I'm having with the police is that you can't drive in peace. I've been hustled 3 times already from the police, and one occasion I have to pay them 10,000 Jamaican dollars. I'd love if you can blog about it because I'm sure it's not only me. And thanks. Well, Robert, one thing we can tell you, sir, is that it takes 2. So I hope you never give them the $10,000. Right? When you say you have to pay $10,000, you don't have to pay nothing to these police officers. They are doing their jobs. And the thing is that police officers do have the authority to exercise some level of leniency, especially as it relates to breaches of the Road Traffic Act. So a police officer can decide to warn you and send you on your way. There's no need to collect money for giving you a chance or for exercising some leniency. So it is unfortunate that persons continue to have problems with the police being so corrupt in their activities. And I can tell you that it is not something that is widespread. Police officers need to do better than this. This is something that I hate. There are 2 things that I hate when I was a part of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And number 1 is laziness. Some police officers being very lazy. And number 2, corruption. how corrupt some police officers are, and I realize that the two goes hand in hand. So Robert, I'm going to leave you with this. This police officer who has hustled $10,000 from you is a disgrace to the Jamaica Constabulary Force and is a disgrace to the Jamaican people. I want to say to you, Robert, that I hope that in the future you will never entertain these corrupt police officers. Anyway, guys, that's it from me today. Thank you as per usual for taking the time out to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at The Noble Cop. And as per usual, guys, continue to support the channel. I have a link to t-shirts, Noble Cop t-shirts if you want to support me. I also have a link to Patreon and PayPal in the description. Until next time, guys, walk good. Me love you. Bad, 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 bad.